All the disrespect before you play back, button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful set of weekend buttons that need to be checked. The weekend is here. We done made it. Chapters down below. We got some hot stories today. Sub button right there. On the race to 100K today, this year. But first, we got to hit 80K. So thank you guys for taking the time to help the channel grow. Believe it or not, we actually have a special sponsor from the FGC. From our very own community. So we're about to check that, to check some buttons. Let's go. All right, Butt Check fam, check it out. We got a special sponsor because this one is actually pure FGC. It's an app/website built for the community called Brawl.gg. This is a platform built for the fighting game community that connects players, tracks progress, and supports skill-based PvP.
Welcome to Brawl.gg, the arena where fighters are made and legends are born.
All right, so right here I'm downloading the app, which is free, by the way. You don't got to spend any money for this. It's Brawl.gg. And this is a bit of the page right here. You can see as we scroll down, they placed everything pretty, it's really easy to understand. Step into the arena, join the ultimate fighting game community. Not only can you meet up, you could sign up for tournaments. You could actually play people for wagers. There's in-game currency called Brawl Bucks.
Call out your rivals, lay down your wagers, and fight for your glory. Choose your battleground and rise through the ranks, one victory at a time.
From the Street Fighter community to Tekken to Smash Bros, Guilty Gear, MK1, and the list goes on. You could also climb FGC leaderboards, compete in online FGC tournaments, all on one easy-to-use PvP platform. So there it is one more time, Butt Check fam. Definitely check out Brawl.gg. It is free to use. It's the app/website. I just learned of it last week, and I'm already excited to use it. I didn't know stuff like this already existed. So check it out. Now let's get back to checking some buttons. Let's go.
Now live on the App Store and Google Play. Step up and claim your spot among the best.
All right, now into them first set of Frosty Faustings, doing big things, big numbers, and changing the game. Buttons that need to be checked. For those, I'm assuming that most of you are familiar with Frosties, but if not, they're Chicago's winter fighting game event with a focus on Guilty Gear, but support the entire FGC, and they really do. So I'm gonna break it down right here. This, you know what this is giving me? It's giving me that old school feeling again, offline, like we doing big things, and Frosties has been around for a while, but I feel like it's even bigger this year. First off, it's gonna be nothing but heavy hitters, nothing but sharks in these pools. We're talking about Sonic Fox, Kizzy K, Super Noon, Goichi, Fenrich, Leffen, Lord Knight, the Kill Sage, the list goes on. And the reason why I wanted to focus on this, because I believe Frosties is doing something special this year with Riot and 2XKO. Also though, believe it or not, the Smash community and Nintendo, but we'll get to that in a second. So if you look at the leaderboard, you see 2XKO is in the lead right now for registrants. We have over or plus 778. And then underneath it, Guilty Gear at 604. And then registration for Street Fighter 6, it's third at 586. Grand Blue, Tekken at 324. And it kind of continues from there. Now, if you go to the list, there's another posting they made. Obviously, you can see first, second, third, fourth, T8 at fifth, under night, and then it just kind of keeps going all the way to 26. So there's a lot happening. But one of the reasons why 2XKO, or maybe the main reason that it's actually in the lead, is Riot is doing something huge this year. We'll also unpack that in a second. But check out this posting. I actually did cover it in a few button checks. When was it? Like maybe a month and a half ago, something like that. But right here, they posted this saying, huge news, tagging 2XKO has joined Frosties, an official partner. Prize pool is boosted to $50,000, top 24 payout for mixed mode Friday through Sunday, free to enter, plus a $1,000 pot bonus for duos Thursday night registration. And by the way, I'll post links down below if you guys are interested. So yeah, $50,000 at Frosty Faustings from 2XKO/Riot team. So they are definitely supporting the tournament, and I'll tell you why in a second. On top of that, you know that 2XKO is also doing big things this year. They posted this fairly recently saying 2XKO is launching globally on PC, Xbox Series XS, and PlayStation 5 starting with Season 1 on January 20th to the 21st. Play with your friends, cross-platform, cross-progression, keep all your stuff from early access, which is huge. A lot of people have been saying, when do we get to play 2? When are the consoles gonna come to the party? It is official, it is here, and it is launching January 20th. And what 2XKO is doing different, like a really unique approach, and y'all let me know how you feel about this. Instead of doing like a world tour in the sense where they're like, all right, we're gonna have all these qualifiers, and then we'll have one big like Super Bowl championship, like a Cap Cup. like Tekken or SNK, something like that. They're taking the money that they would usually, I guess, put in that, and they're spreading it out through majors. So their approach is like, instead of doing a series or a world tour where we have one big finale, we're not gonna have one big finale. We're just gonna take some money and we're gonna sprinkle it throughout the FGC to boost all their pots. And then we'll feature our game there, but we're basically gonna boost their pots throughout the year. And they even talk about helping boost or promoting locals in a way. I'm not sure how they're gonna do that, but their approach is a lot different from a lot of these other games that we're used to. Right here, they posted this on one of their official pages saying competitive play in 2026. There's already been a lot of curiosity and speculation around how Riot might support competitive play. For 2XKO, especially compared to games like League and Valorant that might have competitive leagues run by Riot. But since the TOs have already been running successful fighting game events for years, 2XKO's plans for competitive play are a little different. Instead of spinning our own league, our approach is to offer direct support to existing fighting game events. That means providing things like funding, promotion on official Riot channels, and prize pool buffs, with the ultimate goal of creating sustainable long-term growth for the FGC. Continuing here, saying 2026, we're partnering directly with community organizers on 20 Riot-sanctioned tournaments all over the world. We're calling this our 2026 competitive series, which includes 5 majors and 15 challenger events in totals. 1 major and 1 3-challenge events tied to each of 2XKO's 5 in-game seasons. You can think of the challengers as regionals or open tournaments meant to give communities more opportunities to compete, and majors as the 5 biggest competitive moments of the year. And Frosties happens to be their first major stop of the year. Thus, you see all the money for the 50 G's and then plus, what is it, the $1,000 bonus. So how are we feeling about this approach? It's definitely unique. It wasn't what I was expecting. You know, in the beginning, it was kind of funny because before we heard about Street Fighter 6 and what else, EWC, everybody was looking at 2XKO, because it's been in the works for a long time, as, oh, this game is going to save the FGC. This game is going to make the FGC more mainstream, more esports. They're going to bring that Riot money, maybe even some Riot community. This thing might blow us out the water. So we were waiting and waiting and waiting, but while we did the waiting, Street Fighter 6 dropped. We got Capcom with the 1 million. We got EWC kicking down the damn door. We got the SNK coming through. We hadn't seen all this money that we've never seen before. And now, just now, 2XKO is coming through the door. So now we kind of looking at them, okay, well, what y'all bringing? Because we've been looking at y'all for a long time. And then boom, they're like, okay, well, we gonna hit y'all with something different. So my question is, how are we feeling about this approach? Now, on one hand, I think it's dope as hell, because it's like, I don't think we've ever seen this before. And you're talking about supporting communities. How long has the community been like, we don't feel like we're appreciated by the devs, especially with this whole pay-per-view thing going on, but that's another episode. We done talked to death about that. A lot of people in the community feel like, man, we run this thing and support this things off our own backs, off our blood and sweat, only for the big companies to then to have like a hurrah and put it behind a paywall, or somehow just make us feel a little disconnected to the whole thing. We're like, man, y'all used us as your circuit like the whole year. So in this way, it hits different, doesn't it? Because it does feel like they're supporting the community. Because if we go the traditional way, like SNK or Cap Cup, you get that last big grand finals, which is dope to watch. I mean, before the pay-per-view, right? But which is dope and very exciting. It's like a Super Bowl. But only 1%, the top 1%, even see or even benefit from any of that support, which is the money, which is the grand prize. This whole circuit right here, I mean, they sprinkle little pot bonuses and stuff like that, but the TOs or the tournaments themselves don't really receive or see that money. Now, at least, it looks like we finally do. That's why I'm like, this seems cool, but I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, that's a bummer. I want to see I want to see who the best of the best is at the end of this thing. Maybe they find a way to do that here in this circuit that they're still working out. It just started, so I'm assuming they'll kind of tweak it as it goes. But I was originally like, oh, that's a bummer, man. I was looking forward to something like that. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for like a end in the rainbow, like big prize like Cap Cup is doing and stuff like that. But this is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really like the way this feels. But then going even deeper, We got Frosty's bringing back Smash right here. So this is interesting because I noticed just last month, December 8th, they posted this saying new schedule changes, see graphics for detail, right here down below. We haven't heard back from Nintendo regarding the license and had to make a tough choice to remove Smash from our lineup this time. And there it is. So a lot of people thinking like, oh, here we go, Nintendo again, Smash again. They're not gonna approve it. It's not gonna happen. Smash seems like it's kind of been slowly fading out of the scene, not receiving love or support from Nintendo. But I have made a point time and time again to say like that community usually holds themselves on their back. Like the way they look out for each other and just throw their own things and reinvest in themselves is kind of amazing, right? But then I noticed an update. Right here, Frosty's actually posted this just like 3 days ago saying Smash Ultimate is back at Frosty's. Single tournament is free to enter with competitive badge with 1K prize pool from, and then here's the organizers there. Doubles on Saturdays as well. And here you have the poster. Smash Ultimate returns, just posted a couple of days ago. So it seems that Nintendo actually approved it. That's why I'm surprised. So a lot of us are under the impression that Nintendo doesn't mess with Smash at all, but apparently they do on some level as far as tournaments. And I don't mean like they don't mess with Smash. Obviously, that's their damn game. What I'm saying is the community and support, because that has been a battle for a long time. So I thought it was very interesting that they actually came through in this case and was like, you know what? Approved, Smash Ultimate is back at Frosty's. And even deeper on that note, Hungrybox is like single-handedly holding down the community. I posted about a little bit about this, I want to say a few episodes ago, but this guy is posting so much because I was just saying like, it's kind of weird feeling like, man, Smash hasn't been on my radar lately. Usually there's a couple stories that pop out at least once or twice, I don't know, every month to a month and a half. But recently, I haven't seen anything. Like I had to go digging for something and I didn't really see too much. But if you go over to Hungrybox, this dude is constantly running tournaments like the Cash Box, you know, running online. And now he's running like the first local that has $1,000 prize pot every week. Like this is crazy. So he posted this. It's the first one, like the launch, I guess is gonna be Arcade Timeout, the knockout. Here's details right here. Once again, I'll put links down below. But check this out. He posted this just a few days ago saying this right here is America's first $1,000 Smash Weekly. Here's some details. Looks like it's Orlando, Florida, introducing Arcade Time Knockout. $10 entry that includes full arcade, 24-hour venue, restaurant plus bar, pros plus amateur brackets. Then he posted this video. Check it out.
Did you know there's a weekly Smash Bros. Tournament that offers $1,000 in cash and prizes right here in Orlando? This is Arcade Time, the biggest and newest venue for the best fighting game tournaments in the world. This is ATKO, Arcade Time Knockout, hosted at Orlando's first and only 24-hour restaurant, arcade, and bar. For $10, you get entry into the bracket and also 24 hours of all-you-can-game access. It's a deal you're not going to find anywhere else. Not only is there tons of room to play friendlies and compete, but Arcade Time offers over 300 modern and retro arcade games, duck pin bowling, crazy darts, and tons of pinball. Plus, an amazing arcade-themed restaurant to fuel your fight and 2 full liquor bars to quench your thirst for victory. I'll say in my 20 years being a pro gamer, this is easily the best weekly venue I've ever been to. If you're ready to put your skills to the test in our pro or amateur bracket, bring your A game to ATKO here at Arcade Time Orlando. Join me at the ATKO kickoff event on Monday, January 12th, 2026 at 7 p.m.
That's literally 2 days from now, and I'm jealous. And I'm not saying I'm jealous because, you know, I want to play some Smash or anything like that. I'm jealous of what these guys do. $1,000 local every week. And I know they're testing it out to see how it goes, but that venue looks dope as hell. That looks amazing. It's open 24 hours? Really? It's open 24 hours and you pay $10 and you get all that for 24 hours? Is that what they're saying? But every week they're going to be doing this. They're going to be giving out $1,000 and once again putting the Smash community on his back. And that's why I say I'm kind of jealous at that, because these guys, they hold their community down second to none. And when I say that, I mean like they don't get support at all from the devs. The community has received so many setbacks, but they're like, we like this game so much, we're gonna do our own shit. They have a lot of big content creators. Some are like even millionaires, like your Ludwigs and whatnot, but they're like, we're gonna take our own money, invest in ourselves, we'll throw our own stuff. Don't worry about it, we got it. I don't know if we've seen that too much, you know, in the greater FGC, probably because we've never really had to do that. You know, the devs pretty much support all of the games. Now, I'm talking about the whole circuits and then the big pot at the end of the rainbow in that sense. So literally, all this is going down within a few days, some at the end of the month. Links down below. How you feeling? Let me know. There it is one more time, Butt Check family. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Saturday. I see the sun outside. It's a little brighter in the room. Usually the reason why it's dark in here is because it's so cloudy in Texas lately, or I just film at night. Literally, I film at all times of the day. But either way, I'm feeling good, just seeing the sun. Thank you guys for joining me, for taking the time, and thanks, special shout out to brawl.gg for sponsoring today's video. Once again, I just learned about them like last week. I was excited about the idea. I was like, hell to the yes, I will partner with you. Link down below, check it out. You don't gotta pay nothing. Link down below, check it out. I appreciate y'all support, man. Oh, and real quick, I almost forgot. There's gonna be a new video posted on the second channel later today. And just to clear up anything, because I made a post on the community page earlier this week on Button Check. Seemed to confuse everybody because everybody thought it actually was Button Check. It is not Button Check. It has nothing to do with the FGC. So this channel is obviously called Button Check. The second channel is called Reality Check. Reality Check has nothing to do with the FGC. It originally started as a father and son channel for me and my son. We had a podcast, we did some reactions. Now it can be that, but it's more of like real life stories and trauma and stuff that I've never shared. We talked about me going to jail, we talked about my divorce, and now tonight's video is gonna be titled, I was shot at 3 different times by 3 different people. And that, yes, fortunately, we talk about some gunshots, and that is 100% true. I know it sounds crazy, just like the other 2 did, but once again, it'll make sense on that channel. So I hope you guys can join me on this new venture over there. Link down below. Y'all already know how it goes. And I will see you hopefully later tonight on that second channel. If not, I will see you tomorrow morning on Button Check. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know somehow, some way, it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Had to hold the throw.
Yeah, you gotta hold up every mix-up situation. You gotta hold it. Ooh, okay, big chance here for Vulture.
Show me something. Show me something. Prove me wrong. A lot of bar being used. Retribution.
Okay, decent damage there. Oh, managed to get the retribution. Retribution.
Oh, send him to harmony. Send him. Wizard says send him to harmony.
Yes, we gotta see the harmony.
Fireball. Yes.
It is God's will.
Seraphic wings.
Show me the wings.
With a side of pride.
You know, I really love how perfect the board strike face emote works with these wings, man. That's one of my favorite combos. I always love when he does his.
Yeah, godlike.
That's actually ridiculous. Bottom tier character. Bottom tier character. You know, yeah, we made fun of this character.